Camera number 412 is the Agfa Silette LK. A cheap camera, but is it cheerful? Let's have a look at some of the features of the camera. The lens, which is a fixed lens, it's a 45mm f2.8 colour Agfa. This camera is obviously built to a specific budget, but as I'll demonstrate with two images, this first one was shot looking not directly at the sun, but certainly the sun was in the direction I was pointing the camera. And then this second image is shot with the sun behind me, and you'll see the difference. And so that's something to bear in mind if you would like to get hold of one of these cameras. So there's the lens. Shutter speeds, they go from 1/30th of a second to 2/50th with bulb. And to set the film speed, we have the dial here, and there's a little push, I don't know what you call it, lever, which you then can rotate to your particular film speed. I didn't find it that easy to do, again harking back to the fact that this camera clearly was built to a budget. But the focus ring, sorry, not the focus ring, that's the aperture ring, is nice and smooth. And the focus ring, of course, is around the front here. Nice feature of the focus ring is that we have three icons: close up, family portrait, and landscape. But underneath we have the actual distances etched into the barrel of the lens there. So you have an option if you want to go nice and simple, keep it simple, then just use those three icons. Or if you want to be a bit more specific, you can use the distance scale on the base there. And the base does have the depth of field here, what's going to be in and out of focus depending on what aperture you choose and distance. Looking at the front still, we have our viewfinder, and then we have our selenium meter. And the selenium meter is reflected in this top plate here with two little arrows and a needle. And the idea is that we rotate either our shutter speed or our aperture, and the camera will, or the needle will deflect depending on the light conditions. The light meter actually is quite surprisingly accurate. I was surprised, as I say, given the construction of this camera. That's one thing that does seem to, even after 60 years, 70 years, it still it seems to be working quite well. We have a hot shoe here on top. So we have looking through the viewfinder, it's quite a bright viewfinder, and we have a frame etched into the glass there. We have our film rewind, which again isn't that easy to get out, or at least I didn't find it that easy. And then our film advance, and our shutter button is situated on the front here. Not the most inspiring of shutter actuation sounds, but sometimes I had to listen really quite carefully before I was confident that the image had actually been taken. To rewind the film back into the film canister, we have to just press the little button, slide it down here rather, and then we can wind our film in. That disengages the film advance. To put the film in, we have to take the whole back off. No hinged film door here. So on the base we have our unlock lever, and then we just slide off and place our film in the left hand side here, and then just make sure it's over the sprockets and into the film advance. Okay. Again, plastic is very evident in the film compartment and the door of the back of the camera. Tripod mount, and I think that's pretty much it really as far as the camera goes. Wait a minute, there's one more thing. Film counter. Film counter counts down. Just have to actually move the lever, the dial around to say 24 or 36, and then the film will count down. There we go. That's the Silette LK, and here are the rest of the images shot on a rather snowy day. So this is camera number 412.